I'm not Blake. I'm filling in for Blake. I am Dr. James Kite from the Prevention Research Collaboration at the University of Sydney. I'm talking to you about mass media guidelines and engaging with them. So, as Ashil said, um, stigmatizing language and imagery is everywhere in our society, and the media plays an important role in perpetuating that. Um, Stigmatizing images and framing are very common when reporting on obesity in Australia and globally. And these just reinforce stereotypes around individuals being to blame. Things like disembodied um, imagery of people with obesity without heads and doing things like not exercising or eating food and that sort of stuff that just perpetuate standard narratives around the causes of obesity. And sometimes even quite well-intentioned media initiatives can actually perpetuate stigma. There are national and international media guidelines around avoiding stigmatizing imagery and language in media, including from the Obesity Collective, but they aren't used very widely. And instead, what we see is these terrible headlines and imagery. That being said, we do know there is interest from media organizations around getting clearer guidance on what's appropriate for framing, for imagery and terminology. So what we'd like to see is supporting the development of a framework and a target engagement approach with the media to reduce stigmatizing reporting on obesity, and actually working with the media in developing guidance for greater impact. And in doing this, we know that by engaging with the media, we're going beyond just developing these guidelines, that we'll actually be engaging with them to support uptake of best practices. And we know journalists are generally not intending to cause harm. They don't want to be using stigmatizing language and imagery. And they're simply just not aware of the science of obesity or the impact, fully appreciate the impact of their reporting on stigma. We also know that many journalists and media teams are busy and don't know what non-stigmatizing reporting looks like in practice. So by developing these guidelines and also engaging with the media directly, we're going to make it easier for them to do a better job reporting on obesity.